Hello guys, Average Joe Rants here. I know I said I was going to be finished with this shit, but I rewatched the video before I uploaded it, and I realized I forgot to do the second thing I was going to do in that video, which was talk about why Charlie Kirk's death was such a shock, you know. So I'm going to do it in this video. I want to point out a few things first. Alright. First off, I want to call out the lady that was outside the vigil, spewing hate and wishing people's children were dead. I don't care how tolerant Charlie Kirk was, I'm not. So, lady, whoever you are, I hope you get ran over by a fucking bus. And you can go fuck yourself with the sharp end of the rake. There really is nothing I really need to say other than that regarding that bitch. So, that kind of talk is not okay. It goes against everything you fucking believe in. And yeah, go fuck yourself. I also want to address something. There's been quite a few people of the left wing that have been calling Charlie Kirk's vigil, his funeral, fascistic and Third Reichish and all that fucking vile shit. You know what? I'm going to tell you something I told my sister over a text message about how you guys are actually the fucking Nazis. Not all Democrats are. Not moderates. But the far left are the fucking Nazis. Ready for this shit? You preach tolerance, and yet you are intolerant of everybody who disagrees with you. You preach no hate, but all you have to offer is violence and insults to anybody who disagrees with you. You preach no killing, but have no problems killing people who disagree with you. You preach... Sorry, it should be said that I also haven't had not any sleep for about 24 hours, so this is gonna be me sort of just like, oh, let me gather my thoughts. You preach kindness, but you have nothing but vile shit to spew towards anybody who doesn't agree with you. You preach acceptance, but you only accept people who are like you. You preach life and how it should be preserved, but call for the purging of everybody who disagrees with you or has a different set of beliefs. Far leftists, you are the fucking Nazis. You are the fascists. But unlike the actual Third Reich, you know, at least they knew they were fucking Nazis. You don't even have that fucking excuse. You know how much big a piece of shit you all really fucking are. At least the actual Third Reich knew how big a piece of shit they actually were. They just buried it under some divine mission. Which obviously was fucking cuckoo. This guy's sicking the fuck out of me. A lot of Democrats, you're alright. But anyway, enough about that. I want to talk about what I was meaning to talk about in the other video, and I never got to. I think the reason why Charlie Kirk's death was such a problem, was such a shock, was because, you know, despite being associated with Trump and Republicans and Christianity and all that, he was just a dude. Like, he really was. He was just, like, colleges didn't need to fucking put him up in these venues. They really didn't. It's the kind of guy that wouldn't have even given him shit about it. You know? But they did. They did put him in these venues. You know, and they gave him a chance to debate with their students. But at the end of the day, he was just a guy. That's all he fucking was a guy. That's it. That's all he fucking was. Like, literally, I think he started out with just, like, a fucking cardboard box and a sign made of, like, shitty paper that said something like, I'm Charlie Kirk and prove me wrong, or something like that. Like that. You know? You're just a dude. Just a dude that debated people. You know? He didn't have a violent bone in his body. He didn't have an ounce of hate in him. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, he didn't accept people's pronouns, he didn't use them. It's like, you know, he doesn't have to fucking do that. He's not required to fucking do that. It's not a law. That doesn't make him a fucking homophobe either, because guess what? He had several fucking people who were gay that he debated with and accepted. Yeah, such a homophobe. You know, oh, he was a racist. Oh, you know, he debated with black people, commented about how beautiful they were, saying all he wants is the best for them. Got put in charge of the Black Leaders Summit. Such a racist. God. You know, it's not even a good lie these people fucking spew out, honestly. It's so easily disproven, it's not even funny. Good God. You know, it's like, there's stuff I'm going to probably in the upcoming videos talk about, like Trump's firing of the dude who couldn't get anything on Letitia James. That's actually something that I take issue with. Because, you know, dude didn't find anything after, I want to say, like, months. And his assessment was just, yeah, there's nothing there, Trump. And I think that's perfectly fine. So to get fired over that, in my opinion, is wrong. Well, he didn't really get fired. You know, I'll talk about it in another fucking video. Yeah, he didn't get fired. You know, yeah, that was just Charlie Kirk. He was just a dude who debated with people. That was it. You know, and Trump, to his credit, didn't need to even fucking give him the time of fucking day. You know? Can you imagine that? Being killed simply because you associate with somebody that a bunch of extremists hate? Like, Christ, dude. But anyway. But yeah, that's what I want to cover in the second video. Not the second video, sorry, the previous video. Like I said, I haven't had any sleep for 24 hours. I'm surprised I'm as coherent as I am. Thank God for ADHD. Which, by the way, I do have, but I don't really make a habit of, like, saying I do unless it comes up. Usually in doctor's appointments. What else do I want to fucking tackle here, since I already got the camera rolling? Oh yeah, I'm going to take a break from my videos for a while. Not only to just sort of... Oh, you know what, before I do so, before I give that news, I want to talk about Jimmy Kimmel. Actually, just really quick. Because holy shit, it's been seesawing like crazy. First he got kicked off, then he said they're gonna put his show back on, and they fucking got kicked off again. Now they're saying they only get put back his show if he apologizes to fucking Erica Kirk and pays her money, which I will agree with the fact that he does need to apologize. I don't agree with the fact that he needs to pay her money. You know, it ain't a lot. Erica Kirk didn't sue him. You know, it should be completely Jimmy's choice whether he wants to actually donate to Turning Point USA or not. He shouldn't be forced to fucking do that. But also, it's kind of this sort of makes my point about, and it's a point I've made in a couple of these other videos, but it's something I want to mention one more time before I don't mention it ever again. Hopefully. Okay. Just because you are free of speech does not mean you are free of consequence. You are free in this country to say whatever the fuck you want. That's basically it. But all that does really is protect you from the federal government. The federal government cannot arrest you based on your religious, political, or whatever else beliefs that you have. It, however, does not protect you from private businesses, places of work, and certain charities, or what have you. The reason why people have been getting fired is because they celebrate Charlie Kirk's death. People from their own workplace or other people on the internet reported them to their employers, and their employers, seeing that there was a real chance of liability here with all these people, let them the fuck go. And that is completely their right. Like I've mentioned before, my own sister, who I will again say I am not talking to anymore, and that is my choice and my right to do that. My own sister was fired for being a trans person from her 7-Eleven job. And there was not a goddamn thing she could do about that, because the person who owned the store was Middle Eastern and didn't personally believe in that lifestyle because of his religion. So it is completely within his right to fire my sister. Maybe not morally, but business. It is his right as a business and the owner of that store to fire her for being trans. That also has everything to do with the fact that states like Oregon are at will states. They can hire you at will and they can fire you at will. It really doesn't get any simpler than that, folks, and it is completely and utterly legal. So stop fucking acting like you're free speech or your fucking shit's getting taken away. Alright? We live in a world that is FAFO, or fuck around, find out, or my favorite saying, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Do stupid shit, reap the stupid consequences. Alright. You don't want to get fired from your job, don't do stupid shit like celebrate someone else's death. Why not? And, it's really that simple. Why is that so fucking hard? Why is professionalism? I'll go over that in another video, but I'll just say it here as well. Why is professionalism in the workplace such a rare commodity these fucking days? Good lord. But anyway, that's everything I gotta say about this. There wasn't really a lot. Like I said, I'm just sort of making a video because I forgot to do something I said I was gonna do in the other video. But to end it all off, to put a bow on it, and I have no idea if this video will eventually get to Erica, Kirk, and Chilton or whatever. But there's people like Charlie that inspired me to make this channel. You know, there's people like it was people like Charlie that made me want to get my voice out there, to start voicing the things that I personally felt were wrong. But I also realized I can't just go one or the other like so many others did. I'm an independent voter, and I have to point out shit on both sides of the equation. Because I want both sides to start doing better. And just so happens, the left's been fucking up a lot more than the right these days. I'm sure if I made this channel back in like 2020, holy shit, would you have seen a lot of videos on Trump. But I personally held no hate for, you know, anybody on the left. Except for that lady outside the venue who said that she wished, you know, someone's children would die. She can go fuck herself, like I said. But other than that, I hold no personal hatred for people on the left. I just feel sorry for them. I wish that one day they become happy again. That's my truest wish from the bottom of my heart, that these people stop being so fucking miserable, and, you know, they find a partner, whether that be, you know, a wife, a husband, same sex, doesn't matter. You know? Because at the end of the day, guys, we're all human. You know? We're expected to fuck up. We're expected to falter. We're expected to, you know, do stupid shit. I mean, me personally, I once fucking sandboarded with a toy box lid. And I broke my fucking arm because of it. But it's just expected. But there's a difference between doing stupid shit and doing, like, evil shit, like celebrating death. Or, you know, setting cities on fire, or assaulting police officers, or whatever. That shit's not needed. That's not a world I want to fucking live in anymore. I'm not trying to say I'm gonna commit suicide or anything. Don't worry about that. What I am saying is we all need to start being better about this kind of shit. Okay? And I will also say that the best way to make sure both parties be their best is to stop switching parties all the fucking time. You know, there's a guy that I was watching. I was like, oh, well, I used to be a Republican, then I became a Democrat, then I was a Republican again, then I became a Democrat, now I'm a Republican again. What the fuck? It's like, no, just stay with one fucking party. And now you've been awakened to the flaws of that party. Make it better. Speak out against your own allies. Put them on the spot. Alright, so that you can actually start changing that party for the better. Right now, it's the Democrat Party, but I have no doubt sometime in the future, it's probably going to be the Republican Party. Alright? Stay in your party and change it for the better. now that you've been awoken to the people, the evil people, and the, that inhabit it. Call out those people, but do it from your party so it has much more of an impact. The reason I became an independent voter is because I have beliefs from both parties that I agree with. I can't do that. But people who do go, into a party can. So that's what I want you guys who view my video to do. I want you to stay in your party and change it for the better. Don't just switch over to the other one. I know it may disgust you, it may horrify you, but the end result will be your party will be back to how it was, and you'll actually be able to say proudly, I'm a Republican or I am a Democrat, knowing that the bad elements of that party have been called out and taken care of. Legally. I should preface that legally. And then one last thing. And again, this is going to be towards Erica and her children if they ever even see this video. Miss Erica, your husband was a great inspiration to a lot of people, including me. Like I said before, he's one of the reasons why I made my channel, to start speaking up over things that I found unjust. And honestly, he didn't deserve to die the way he did. He was young, and he had so much more, honestly, to give, even after Trump finished his second term. He should have been given that chance. And man, you are a much more forgiving person than I am, because I think I mentioned this in the other video. I don't think I could have forgiven a murderer, my partner's murderer, like you did. I don't have a partner, by the way. But it was like someone killed my mother, my father, my sister. I'm not talking to her now. It's I don't think I would have had the tolerance that you had, or the patience, or the forgiveness that you showed. People like your husband showed the best of what America, regardless of which party it was, could be. I don't believe in a heaven. I don't believe in a hell. But if there is one, I hope he's looking down on all of us and smiling. I hope your husband rests in peace, man. I hope you rest in peace. That's going to be the end of the video, guys. I'm sorry I had to end it on such a somber note, but I feel like that's the only way I could wrap a bow on this finally. It's been a wild 2 weeks, but I have no doubt in my mind that, we can get past this together and be better people at the end of it. Alright. Like always, if you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you disagree with my opinion, feel free to comment below. Hope you guys have a great night, or a great day, or whenever the hell you're watching this. Have a good one.